Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of the Spartan Sports Zone. I'm Mike Bello, the Assistant Sports Information Director, here with Sports Information Assistant Chandrea Lee.
We've been away from the desk for a few weeks, but we're here to get you caught up on everything with NSU athletics. And we'll start with the team swinging some big bats heading into the weekend.
The win streak stood at 7 for NSU softball prior to Wednesday's doubleheader with George Mason. The Spartans also stand first in the MEAC Northern Division with a 5-0 conference record as they get set to take on UMES this weekend. NSU had won 8 of its previous 9 prior to Wednesday, beginning with a split against North Carolina A&T on March 14th. The Spartan bats began to come alive in a sweep of Ryder on March 20th, and they really amped up when NSU totaled 36 runs in a 3-game sweep of Coppin State. Weather pushed back the series with Howard, but that didn't stop the Spartans from making quick work of the Bison on Monday by a 31-2 margin in 2 games. NSU is now hitting better than 300 on the year thanks to this torrid stretch. The top of the lineup duo of Morgan Boyd and Heather Dunning is each hitting .481 with a combined 27 runs scored and 26 stolen bases. Juniors Robin Mitchell and Alina Moriarty each have hit a team-leading 5 home runs. Mitchell also has 19 RBI on the year. Freshman Kayla McNair has been a big bat in the lineup as well with a .358 average and 17 RBI. Meanwhile in the circle, senior Jamie Shuley has been the workhorse with a 9-5 record and a 2.42 ERA. NSU will play a 3-game series up at UMES beginning on Saturday.
The men's tennis team swept Shawan, Coppin State, and Maryland Eastern Shore last week to move to 8-5 on the season. Sophomore Dimitri Zamantowicz improved to 11-2 in singles play after posting a 6-0 victory over UMES's Werlin Elaine. Senior Peter Romstromer Pello claimed a 6-0 win against Kejantre McClay to improve to 9-4 overall in singles competition. The Spartans return to action on Thursday at VCU. Play begins at 2 p.m. at the Thalmer Tennis Center in Richmond, Virginia. The women's tennis program went 3-1 over the last week with shutouts against Shawan, Coppin State, and UMES. NSU only loss came to Longwood on Tuesday as the Lancers defeated the Spartans 5-2. Freshman Lisa Gordieva and junior Yvonne Kameen each picked up wins in singles play. Up next for the Spartans is a match with South Alabama on Thursday at the Everett Tennis Center on the campus of Virginia Wesleyan in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Play starts at 2 p.m.
Spartan baseball, meanwhile, has won 4 in a row as they get set to host Delaware State this weekend. It began on March 22nd when NSU came away with a 3-1 victory in Game 2 against UMES. The next day, Cody Ellis hit a walk-off single to give the Spartans a 7-6 victory and a series win. Then on Monday at home, NSU pounded Coppin State 12-1 before winning a pitcher's duel in the second game 1-0. Matt Outman pitched a solid outing in the first game to get the win, and Stephen Butt struck out 9 in 7.1 innings of work in the second game. Senior Ross Cardwell has led the Spartan offense so far with a .352 batting average and a team-high 11 RBI. Devin Hemerick owns a 1.95 ERA and has picked up a pair of saves out of the bullpen. NSU also took on the Norfolk Tides on Tuesday in their annual exhibition game at Harbor Park. Neither team could get much going offensively as the Tides came away with a 1-0 win in 7 innings. Make sure you check back at our YouTube page later this week for much more on that day at the ballpark. But right now, the baseball team finds itself in first in the MEAC Northern Division after that sweep of the Eagles on Monday. NSU will put that 5-3 record on the line when the Spartans host Delaware State this weekend. It will mark the last of 11 straight games at home for NSU. Saturday's doubleheader begins at 1 p.m. and Sunday's game from Marty L. Miller Field starts at noon. Coming up after the break, we'll put 2 more teammates to the test in our brand new edition of Know Your Fellow Spartan. With these last few weeks, how did things shake out in our top 3 performances? You're watching the Spartan Sports Zone, fueled by Gatorade.
Secure your future by getting a top-notch education only at Norfolk State University. With world-class faculty and facilities, a bustling campus life, and highly regarded programs in the College of Science, Engineering, and Technology and the School of Business, Norfolk State is one of Virginia's leaders in higher education. Founded in 1935 as a beacon of hope to the region's youth, more than 78 years later, the university remains a source of inspiration for those in the Hampton Roads region and beyond who aspire to fulfill their dreams. A military-friendly school in one of the largest military areas of the world, Norfolk State University is home to faculty researchers who have forged partnerships that have created cutting-edge virtual learning environments. With more than 30,000 alumni, Norfolk State has played a vital role in our community in the past and is serving in a critical role today, and will continue to be an academic leader in the future. Find out more at nsu.edu. Norfolk State University, infinite possibilities.
Welcome back to the Spartan Sports Zone. With spring finally arriving, we headed out to the softball field for our newest edition of our Know Your Fellow Spartan. We teamed up twin sisters Megan and Heather Dunning for some hilarious results. Mike Bello has more.
Back here at NSUSpartans.com, fueled by Gatorade, it's another edition of Know Your Fellow Spartan. I'm Mike Bello. I'm subbing in for Chandrea Lee, who's out this week. And we've done this throughout the year. And every time we've always done a few teammates who maybe knew each other, didn't know each other until they got here, maybe knew each other when they were in high school. One time we did it with people who knew each other from when they were born, and that was the Conley and Cameron Smith from football. Well, today we're going to put it to the test again. We've got Megan Dunning and we've got Heather Dunning. And as you can tell, they are sisters and they are twins. They're sophomores on the softball team here at Norfolk State. So we're going to put them to the test, see how well they really know each other. Now we'll start with you, Megan. Now what is Heather's favorite summer activity? But it's not softball. Can't be softball, so something else. What do you think she put down as her favorite summer activity?
Either going to the beach or working out.
Going to the beach or working out. What did you?
Going to the beach.
I kind of figured, I gave you that one because I kind of figured you guys might get it. Well, let me see if you get hers now. What's her favorite summer activity that's non-softball?
Going to the beach.
Going to the beach?
We like
Is that
to do.
beach?
Or sleeping.
Well, she put beach as the first answer, so we'll give them both that one.
Yeah, you like to do a lot of sleeping.
Yeah, you can't. Well, wow. Okay. All right, we'll start with you, Heather. Number 2. Who do you think Megan put down that would play her in a movie? If you had to make a movie about yourselves, who would play her? Who did she say would play her?
I think Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock? Why did you pick Sandra Bullock?
I don't know. Every time we watch any movie with her, she thinks she's so funny, but
So Sandra Bullock?
yeah, I'm gonna go with that
Okay,
one.
Sandra Bullock. Yeah, she did. She got it.
I'm so good.
All right, Heather's got 2. Now Megan's got to keep up. So who did Heather say would play her in a movie?
I don't know. Christina Aguilera.
Christina Aguilera. She put Kate Bosworth.
I don't even know who that is. You don't even know who that is.
But she obviously does, or else she wouldn't have written it down like that. Okay.
Christina Aguilera.
So Heather's up 2-1 so far after 2 questions. So we go back to you.
Check back at our YouTube page at youtube.com/NSU Athletics later this week for the complete episode.
NSU Track and Field competed at the Virginia Cup on March 22nd in its second outdoor meet of the year. On the women's side, Kiara Howe led the way for the Spartans, finishing 2nd in the discus and 4th in the javelin. Deandra Doyle finished right behind her in 3rd in the discus, while Tara Davis earned a 4th place finish in the pole vault. On the men's side, Steve Coles took 3rd in the 400 meters with the 2nd fastest time of his career. Michael Smith and Ryan Turner each placed 4th in their respective hurdle events. Both teams will take part in the Colonial Relays at William & Mary and the Florida Relays at the University of Florida this weekend.
It is now time to reveal our top 3 performances from the past week. Coming in at number 3 is senior Cody Ellis. He delivered a walk-off single against UMES on March 23rd to help NSU take the series against the Hawks. Ellis currently ranks 2nd on the team with a .311 batting average. Making an appearance at number 2 is junior Robin Mitchell. She hit a pair of home runs in Game 2 against Ryder and had 16 RBI in 5 games on the way to being named MEAC Player of the Week. She's now hitting .433 with 19 RBI in 9 games this year. And rounding out our top performances is sophomore Dimitri Zamantowicz. He has now won 11 singles matches in a row, including all 7 this year against MEAC players. His win streak has put him as one of the front runners for MEAC Player of the Year. Congratulations to Ellis, Mitchell, and Zamantowicz for being featured in our top 3 performances, fueled by Gatorade. And that will wrap up this week's edition of the Spartan Sports Zone. As always, we would like to thank the Department of Video and Media Productions and Chantel Copes for all their help. I'm Chandrea Lee.
And I'm Mike Bello. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.